Hello guys, this is my presentation for my language arts research project. My topic was about if social media networks would damage your users' privacy on personal information or not. Okay, let's start with a brief outline of what I will present to you in this video. Okay, so the research question and hypothesis, the definition of privacy that I found through my research, my survey questions and results, and the analysis of these results, my 3 articles and what information I discovered in them, my conclusion, results, and whether or not my hypothesis was correct or not. So my research question was, do social media networks damage your users' privacy on personal information? Well, I did not think that social media networks would damage the user's privacy. Okay, these were the questions I asked in my online survey and the results I got from them. My first question asked that, what types of information do people input into social media networks the most? Well, many people would input the more basic information such as gender, birth date, school, and their phone number. But specific information that the user might not want everyone on the internet to know, such as their home address or where they work, they were left out more often. My second question was, how secure do they feel about giving information to these networks? Well, 70% of the respondents stated that they felt secure about giving these networks information, and it would not be used in any other way or form, such as selling it to scammers and hackers or third parties. My third question. Well, this question it kind of is the same answer to my second question, but it asked if the networks would use the information to their own benefit. Just like I had said in the previous question, most of the respondents said that they did not think that social media networks such as Facebook and Twitter would use or sell their information. The next question was based on a user-to-user contact, not user-to-network. It was about how safe they felt private messaging was. Surprisingly to me, less than half of the respondents thought that their private messages were not so private, and that whoever they sent it to could take pictures of their messages and send it to other users. Also, please ignore the last question that I marked out on the screen. It was not meant to be there. Sorry. Okay, let's move on. Well, this is a graph of the first survey question I asked. As you can see, it states the same as I said in the previous slide. Basic information such as gender, age, birthday, and phone number were inputted more often than specific information such as where you work and home address. So, moving on, these were my 3 articles I found from the internet, and I'm just going to jump straight into the first one. Note that this is basically my works cited here. Okay, first, we will start off with Livingstone's article. In this article, it states that, in her view, the definition of privacy is that it is not tied to the disclosure of certain types of information, but instead, a definition centered on having control over who knows what about you. So, basically, she thinks that it is not the network causing the privacy issues. It is based off of the user's motives, and whatever the user does will determine how safe his or her privacy will be on these networks. Fetterman's article also states about the same idea. She says that it is rarely the social media company that invades your privacy, but what haunts them is other user-generated content. For example, information that people themselves or friends and other users might post about them, the user. She basically states that it is the users causing trouble upon the other users using the network. The network itself is not causing privacy issues, but it is the users on these networks that are causing the issues. So basically, the network is acting like the host in this case. Incey's article, the third and final article that I read, states that there are a number of scammers on social media networks who may try to steal or use your personal information. And because of the way social media works, it is often difficult to realize when a scammer is attempting to steal your personal information. Basically, this is also going along the same topic. It is not the network taking the information, but it's the other users on the networks that are taking the information from other users on these social media networks. So what did I find out by these 3 articles? Well, I found out that privacy was damaged by 3 major sources. The social media network providing the usage of the network to others as the host, the users themselves creating hazards, and other users that take the user's information, such as scammers and hackers. So, what did I find out in the end? Well, my survey results said that the majority of respondents thought that social media networks do indeed hurt their privacy, while the 3 articles went more in depth about that, and I found out that it was not the network itself, but other users on it causing problems. If I could redo this project, I would probably change my survey to more fit my articles because I was caught off guard that the articles are going in depth about how the network was the host of these problems and not the problem itself. However, in the end, the results were contradictory to my hypothesis. I did not think that social media networks would damage people's privacy, but they indeed do because other users on these networks will still attempt to steal information relating back to the social media network itself. Thank you for viewing my presentation on my research project. I'll see you all later.
Stranger